So tell us about your song, Morgan Freeman. What is that one about?
Oh, man. Okay. So Morgan Freeman, before I even drafted, before I even gave the song a title, and I'll keep this very brief and vague, but I was going through some things. This was last summer around this time. I was going through some things with, like friendships and people being, wishy-washy. So it's not a diss, but it's more so me speaking on my anger and was just coming out in a creative way. So I'll leave it there. And the Morgan Freeman, especially because me and my engineer at the time, we were discussing, okay, if I feel like it needs something else, like maybe like a deep voice or something like that, something like very mysterious or, daring. So I was like, how about, I don't know why I keep on seeing like Morgan Freeman. So we end up like sampling a soundbite. And it just worked out. I was like, let's just call it Morgan Freeman. Like, people are going to want to click on that. Why does this man have a song named Morgan? We have to get into it. Like, is he talking about, politics, or is he talking about something that, he stands for, or, so once you actually hear that drop, then you understand we get into some things.
It gets the people going.
Exactly.
So since your journey as a music artist, what would you say has been the most difficult thing about being a music artist and pursuing this career?
I would say the most difficult thing is finding your audience and your outlet. It's those are like two different things, because, for example, an outlet or a channel, I would say, it could be Instagram, it could be Twitter, it could be, your clicks through your website, it could be TikTok. Yeah. So those are like outlets that it's hard to like gauge where that presence is really coming from or where it will pick up. And yeah, I would say pretty much that's the most challenging part, is finding that group and that audience, that niche within whatever media channel you have. The audience, because you have to let the people hear it and they have to, critique it, which I am not afraid of. So finding that audience as well, you have to let people, give a listening ear. Yep. And, for our favorite artists out there, like we can all say that we don't love every song, right? So taking heed of that is also something I'm learning from as well. That not every song that I think is hot, the next person would think is hot, but tune into ANONO and you'll see, right?
Absolutely. I love the fact that you're open to taking constructive criticism, because especially with music artists or just any creative in general, they're very sensitive about their stuff. It's their baby. So people are like, I don't want to hear if you ain't got nothing positive to say. So the fact that you're like, I'm open to any type of feedback they have. Yeah. That's admirable.
That's how we grow, right? You know, and that's how we elevate, and we can, package up something just for our supporters, right? Like, okay, you guys asked for this, or you guys want me to be a little bit more polished, or you guys want me to do this genre versus that genre, or tie these two things in. Let me take all of that feedback, and maybe I can, draft you something special. So
that's a true artist, y'all.
That's how I look at things.
Now, we talked about the negatives, so we got to talk about the positives.
Yes, please.
What is the most fulfilling thing about being an independent artist and pursuing music? What do you love the most about this journey thus far?
As we all can agree, it's the beauty in the journey. And, specifically speaking on being an artist, it's the creative process is what I love the most, because I am my biggest fan, right? I could be listening to an instrumental, for example, from one of these websites that, I purchase beats on, and the excitement that I get from hearing a lyric or a bar, like, sometimes my things go from jibber jabble or chicken scratch into actually fleshing out an actual idea. And I think that's like the most, enjoyable part about being an artist. Yeah.
So with everything that you have learned since becoming a serious or focused music artist, what is the most valuable lesson that you've learned thus far throughout your journey in the music industry?
Stay true to who you are.
Okay.
Tight connections mean a lot. Right. And, continue to believe in yourself and continue to push that content, continue to push that work, because somebody is listening. You're coming across somebody's table. Even your name is being mentioned in rooms that you probably would have never imagined. Yes. You know what I mean? So that's how I like to pray and manifest, is that that's happening for myself, others, people who are connected to me.